first, I want to ask Burns.
Mhm.
So, can you tell us the struggle that you're experiencing right now, because you're working as a contractor. You're, like you said, you're good at working using your hands. So, can you tell us the challenges and just like the struggle that you're encountering right now because of the pandemic?
So, since it's a person-to-person business, it's really hard not to be worried about getting it from someone. Um, so I didn't turn on my app to actually uh, get hired. But it's challenging because of the financial aspect of it. Although before the full lockdown, I did get a client that paid for uh, the rent from last month. So that was good. And the beauty about having an online business helps too, especially in times like this. And for online creators,
Yeah.
um, this is like the perfect time to shine actually, because everyone has the time to be on their phones and people are looking for other ways to earn a living
Everything.
aside from working a job. So a lot of people like me who have online businesses actually flourish. So there's good and bad. And because of this lockdown, I was actually able to focus and finish my online training as well. So there's good and bad, but it's just a matter of thinking more of what's uh, gonna come out of it. It taught me to be resilient and not for a while there I was worried because bills are gonna be piling up. But then I started talking to my creditors, to utility companies and coordinating. So um yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I just found the silver lining in it, that I had more time to do the things that I needed to do to move forward even faster towards the future. So, what I have a question for everyone. What
Okay.
this challenging situation taught you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. This is a really good question. I think it taught me a lot of things. For one, to really listen and go within and go after what you want in a more focused way. The other part was how important communication is with people and how much we neglect it on a regular basis. That now that we have a little bit more time, that we actually start to put more emphasis on what's important and our true values and what is truly important, like people, family, ourselves, our health. And having this time now, I have finally turned my attention to give more of my time towards what really matters, which was interesting. That this was a challenging thing, but this was what I learned. And the third one I think I would say is how creative humans get in starting to help, because everybody started helping. People started offering services in different ways, or discounted or for free. Everyone wanted to help. And I think that's a really good indicator of us being human and wanting for all of us to succeed. And I think those good qualities were brought out onto the surface. And this is what human race is. This is who we are. This is what we are actually about. And this doesn't get enough attention or limelight in normal quote unquote times, which I actually think kind of grounded all of us and showed what is really normal? Was that normal, or maybe we should change some things?
Do you
So I
think you're
think that,
more productive? Do you think you're more productive now that you have all the time and you're staying home and you have all the time to really like focus on what's important in your
absolutely,
business?
absolutely, absolutely, hands down. Yeah.
I can agree with everything that you said, Arena. Like it's
Yeah.
it's taking a breath, right? And we go, 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 go. And we fill up our lives with so much. And we've been forced to slow down. And for me, I've embraced it so much. Like people are like, this has to stop, this has to stop. And for me, I've found really some great peace within to be able to be like, no, I spend more time with my kids. We spend more quality time together. And it's been great. And if anything, just this past week, I've been thinking about, all right, I think the light is at the tunnel, like going back and, working, and just that change. Actually, I don't know about anybody else, but the change to go back scares me.
Yes.
Because it's like you've been so focused on different things in your life, and you've valued it, and you've found peace with it, and you've gotten good at it,
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, what happens when we go back?
Yes.
What happens in a month, or whenever that happens, right? But I'm thinking a month, like now we've seen movement with restaurants and other places opening up. And how is that? Hopefully we'll find some middle ground is what my goal.
Yes. I really like that. I feel the same way. Like I was so scared of like what's gonna happen after this. So I'm like, wait a second. I've been working at home for more than a year. So I'm used to this, but not really going out and mingle with people and accept clients here for my Reiki. I'm like, what's gonna happen? And so, like I said in our previous episode, there are three types of clients, right? The striver, okay, the downer, the striver, and the conqueror. So from being a conqueror, I went down to striver because I need to pause and see the whole picture. What am I gonna do after this? So the good thing about the striver is that they have a lot of like ideas. Just like Irina, she has a lot of ideas. All of us have a lot of ideas and we put them all together. And as a matter of fact, because of this pandemic, the Expose and Express was born.
Exactly.
So, I mean, at some point, I was really scared of showing positivity and gratefulness and happiness. I know that you feel the same way. Like people are very sensitive when they see that you're being positive about the whole thing,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, you have no compassion, you're so insensitive. But you see, I'm not dealing with people who are negative. I want to lift people up. And so, believe it or not, once I thought of this, the next day I messaged all of you
Yay!
because I needed you. I cannot do this alone. And even if I have to, it doesn't make sense. Because for me, the goal is to really reach out and rise up all together. And God is so good that He's really sending me all these messages. And so the only thing that I can really do is that act on it. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, it's a struggle. And at the same time, it's a blessing because we see more of who we really are.
Yeah.
Rather than just like be at in the corner and, like allow things to happen. Sometimes we allow things to happen for other people because we are okay. Because
Yeah.
we're good. We have money, we have food, we have shelter, we have everything. But how are we going to, just like what Burns said, how are you dealing with this in regards with your businesses, right? So it's just, like I said, it's just so amazing. How can a person act like so positive and encourage and influence other people when you yourself is dealing with this pandemic and we are also struggling? It's all about mindset. It's all about taking in the good and let go of the bad.
Well, like you said, Jenny, it comes down to a balance of the information that you need, and of course, that's smart. But at the end of the day, you need to limit it too, because it can really affect your mindset. And I think that I've heard so many stories about how people are turning to drinking more and smoking more and bad unhealthy things to be able to cope, right?
Yeah.
And that's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. No judgment here, okay? No judgment here.
Definitely.
Because you guys don't know what's in here,
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
right?
Jill, liquor stores is essential in New Jersey. All liquor stores are open.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's essential.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You
So,
know, for
sorry.
businesses, sorry, Jenny, but for businesses, like Vern said, it's like, all right, well, like this can be a great opportunity to work on your business plan or, update your website or whatever it may be. I tell my clients all the time, it's like, you should not be bored. Nobody
Yeah.
should be bored during this time. There's an opportunity to learn so much, whether it's self-healing or if it's a new language or, a master's class. Like the resources are out there, and to take advantage of that is huge. Like
Yeah.
everybody needs to start looking at this as an opportunity. And that is my message for
Yes.
everybody.
So, Rochi, so you've been writing a lot. I saw that you're
Yeah.
starting to write, and thank you so much for writing the Book of Love. And thank you
Mhm.
for doing the write-ups for the Expose and Express online talk show as well. So just for everyone knowledge, she's our PR. She's the one who's writing for the press release and or our captions and whatnot. So I'm really giving her a hard time working because so Rochi, so now you've been writing a lot. So what have you been doing since the pandemic happened for your business?
Okay. At first, I would say I had a hard time adjusting because I've been working from home for like over 10 years and I have a routine. So when the kids have to do their homeschooling, I have to give way because we have 4 kids and they all get the internet. So from my regular work schedule is 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and that's when they're all logged in. So it at first it was a struggle for me because I have to work on their schedule. But one thing I like about this pandemic or the challenge of this one is that number one, I was able to really reflect. I mean, I started meditating. Can you believe it? During this 2 months? Yeah. So it's like daily meditation because I'm so used to it's everything is by the minute in my house. So now it's like if you want to eat at lunch at 1 o'clock, it's fine. It's 2 o'clock. It's more relaxed. Like we don't have deadlines on set time. So it gave me more time to really look within because I told Jenny for the last few months, I'm struggling to write because I said I have a lot of ideas. I start writing pieces, but I can't finish them because it's one of those that you have too much. And I said, is it too honest, or I'm having that perfectionist paralysis. So anyway, with this pandemic, when I see the challenge, it's like, you know what, it's good enough. It's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough, so let it go. That's one thing. Like for them, if it's if they have to do their work, it's good enough on certain hours. So I think that's one thing that helped me a lot to start writing again. And it actually, and of course, since I started meditating, I also was able to connect with myself and really express what I wanted to express without editing.